It's not as good, if I'm being honest.
I'll stand here.
Okay. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hello, my name is Crash and you can call me Crashy. I'm kind of relaunching my bisexuality series today, which I'm very excited about because I haven't made a bisexuality related video in way too long. Today I've decided to respond to a message that I received on my Facebook group, my Facebook page, that's what it's called. I'm going to keep it completely anonymous so as to not violate anything. It's from a user who is bisexual and wants to experiment with their bisexuality a little bit more, but their spouse is not super interested in the ways that they're looking to experiment. So let's get into it. Something clicked in their head and they found themselves seeing some other people walking by and thinking to themselves, wow, that person's very pretty. As those thoughts progressed, they started experimenting with LGBTQ plus porn, and to make the long story short, they married someone of the opposite gender and has fully shared their bisexuality with that person. They feel completely open with their spouse, and the spouse completely understands that the bisexuality isn't a choice and it's just part of that person, but they're looking for a little bit more advice on how to experiment. During their intimate moments, their spouse does things to alleviate this bisexual curiousness with the use of toys and porn and things along those lines. Recently though, they've been creating experiences with members of the same gender, and so they have talked to their spouse about this, but the spouse is not comfortable with that. They don't want to bring a third person into the relationship at all. They consider it cheating. And so basically what this viewer is saying is that they're looking for ways to bring up the conversation and maybe not necessarily convince, but talk to their spouse about the idea of them experimenting with a third person without making it feel like the spouse is doing something wrong or not pleasing them. So essentially my advice on this subject is twofold. It is open communication and respect for your spouse. I think it is the most important thing that you talk to your spouse about what you're feeling. If you're feeling repressed sexually or just like you want to try something new, that's wonderful and you should feel very comfortable talking to them about it. It would be really horrible if you were married to someone who wasn't interested in hearing about what's on your mind, what's bothering you, what you might be interested in the moment. And they should also respect your bisexuality. And I really want to stress that I'm urging for open communication. I never believe that you should try and talk your partner into something or convince them of something or beat around the bush just to try and manipulate them in any way to be okay with any situation. That's not what good relationships and good communication are about at all. You need to have overwhelming and educated consent in all situations. I believe this fully, and this is no exception. But when it comes down to it, if your partner is not comfortable with you experimenting outside of the relationship, then that's something that you need to respect. If your partner makes it very clear to you that something that you want to do makes them uncomfortable and that they are not okay with it, then you shouldn't try to force it on them. You shouldn't disrespect them and do it anyway, because especially in this situation, your partner would consider that cheating, which in my opinion also means that it's cheating. So at a certain point, you need to think about what is the most important to you. Is experimenting outside of this relationship and potentially losing it more important, or is respecting your spouse's wishes the most important thing to you in this scenario? I think that's what it basically boils down to, is open communication. See if the two of you can find something that works for you, whether this ends up being that your partner understands that you would like to experiment outside of the relationship, or maybe it just involves other things, more toys, more porn, something else along those lines, or just not doing anything with it at all, because that is what your partner is comfortable with and you want to respect their choice or their opinion or their ideas about what you agreed to when you got married or when you entered a relationship. She's so cute. Nemesis, you're so cute. And from the other point of view, if your straight partner came up to you and told you that they wanted to experiment outside of the relationship, such jingly bell You would also expect that your partner would be respectful of your ideas and your opinions on that. You would hope that if something made you uncomfortable, they wouldn't want to go through with it, just like they're expecting that if something is making them uncomfortable, you won't want to go through with it. In the end, what I'm trying to say is that not everything is yes or no, and that's the importance of open communication and respect for your partner. Our little Belle is so cute. The end of this video though. If you have any questions about my opinions, or if you have any personal experience that you'd like to leave down in the comments, please feel free to do so. I would like to make more videos about this kind of topic in the future. I want to grab you. Come here. I got her. Nemesis also wants to hear more about any questions that you have about bisexuality or living as a member of the LGBT community. So leave them down in the comments or send me an email at crash@callmecrashy.com. Or on my Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else that you want to send me a message so we can answer it in a future video. Gosh, you're so cute and uncomfortable, huh? I'll let you down, I'm sorry. Anyways, that is all from me today. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like on it if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you on the internet. Tschüssi!